From the Archangelic calendar. Gaia is in Circe's will. Circe, our galaxy, acts upon the infinite universe's will. The current setting element is Earth, but is displaying galactic water traits. This setting suggests that physicality will be as lucid as water. We know for sure that galactic currents affect all life and tend to change without warning. The incoming energies will be potent with many activation energies attached. It is not unwise to find the flow within these energies and vibe with them via meditation or intention. Timelines shift hard on landmark events. It's easy to see why micro-events such as weddings and funerals cause this, but it can be equally easy to see this in landmark calendar events. Earth is used to one macro click per sun cycle, and when that moment closes, it's palpable. The Archangelic calendar ticks on the macro scale often. In turn, the macro timeline jumps frequently happen. This situation can beg the question, are timeline jumps mental shifts, spiritual growth, or multiverse positioning? Its nature is most likely all of the above, layered with other parallel motions too numerous to list. 5D Legion and Hodgepodge. Archangel Allison is a beautiful and powerful archangel of the newer order. She has great advice and other words of wisdom to share if you take time to notice her. A mighty warrior in her own right, she can appear in various colors, but does tend to appear in red and gold. Allison has a special bond with teens and reminds us of Angel Claire in that regard. Many have a different take on the Ten Commandments story. The story goes that Moses obtained 10 laws that all humans should obey. The converse and more accurate version of the story, Moses asked the divine, how will he know when he is there, enlightened? The reply was that when you have arrived, these 10 impulses will not be present in your consciousness. The story also feeds into the fake body versus real body wisdom that we have been reverting to over the last few days. Humanity must redefine their versions of good versus evil, as this mythological struggle can be found in the impulses within. When your guidance has its guidance, you're in great shape. The galactic origins of what happened to Abraham and Isaac has been apparent. In compliance with the law of disclosure, removing someone's livelihood unless they comply is not respecting free will, and we evoke that hand that feeds law. The mothership over India is a very complicated vehicle with an eclectic crew. Engineering, the stinging of transitioning a realm has been tamed. Many of us recall how hard it is to startle from your dream state into physical reality. The engineering reasons for this can lay in the mind, body, or spirit, but it all parallels an evolving, changing human. Time is perspective, and thus the wisest parts of ourselves make our soul contracts. This means we already know the result when we set forth on our paths. I ask you to take every ounce of esoteric knowledge and spirituality out of this next statement. You seemingly go to bed in one universe, but you are in a new one when you wake up. Quantum physics dictates that each new observation holds an entirely new reality. Schrodinger's cat helped explain that even something as small as opening a box can set you in a wholly different timeline and reality, and thus a new universe. Remember that you exist simultaneously in uncountable universes, all with slightly different scenarios. We only experience these realities based upon our anticipated perception, as we live in a sea of atoms commanded by quantum omnipotence. With this in mind, every fact has to be followed by the statement on this timeline. A very long time ago, we concluded that we could fall asleep in one universe and wake up in another. Now we must amplify this statement a billionfold, as our transition phase is moving faster than ever before. Karma has gotten a clean slate for those walking forward with humanity in its progression. This is not to say that vibrations that do not match will move on. It means that they will not have an insurmountable amount of debt waiting for them as they move to a better matching quantum reality. We can see the lower timelines, but they cannot see us. This is why so many seers are seeing things so differently. They are all in different places in the peripheral grid. If you know the multiverse, it looks a good deal like a never-ending circular flipbook that we are in the center. Once we bring our awareness to another reality, we immediately leave the timeline we are on and the prophecy therein. The Elohim Legion has brought many hidden rewards to the paths of the righteous. Philosophical buffet. A leopard may spend its entire life trying to change its spots only to discover that it's a leopard, and spots come with the territory. You cannot change nature, but you can change your heart. Many of humanity's issues stem from trust. The trust that we can sustain ourselves, the belief that intelligent design has our best interests at heart, amongst many others. The one trust issue most important to humanity is that balance in the universe create life based upon macro needs. If we did not have jobs or careers, the universe would have all tasks covered simply by inciting various impulses within the life that it creates. Humanity will need to take this leap of faith at a certain point, fostering universal fundamental rights of all sentient earth life. Currency was a system that exchanged goods and services. It is now an energy holding system. The consumption of time and energy for our needs must evolve. If the median humanity wishes to move forward, it would be necessary to grow or move past the need for this medium, or at least the philosophy that it has become. There are things much worse than an obstacle to our goals. Much worse than a block is a distraction. A barrier is honest about its intentions and forces you to hyper-focus on your plan. On the other hand, a distraction acts like your friend as you slowly lose focus on your end goal. On our subconscious levels, we crave progression, and thus we create change. Strangely, so many people consciously resist change instead of embracing their new path. The nature of everything we see, know, and love is change. Move with the rhythms of the universe and not against them. The tools and assignments for today are in the link in the description below this video. From the Archangelic Calendar.com,